The Sea Wolf by Jack London, published in 1909. This is a psychological sea adventure with a bit of romance. Humphrey Van Weyden is a literary critic who is traveling across the San Francisco Bay on the ferry, the Martinez. It gets shipwrecked. He gets thrown into the ocean. He can't swim. The boat goes down. Fortunately, he gets rescued by Wolf Larsen, who happens to be the captain of the Ghost, which is a sealing schooner. Well, they're not that far from shore, so Humphrey Van Weyden is hoping that he will just drop him offshore and continue on his way. Wrong. Captain Wolf Larsen is on a mission to hunt seals, and he's short on staff, so he decides to keep Humphrey Van Weyden on board. He's not impressed with his physical weakness and his unassertiveness. However, robust, domineering Captain Wolf Larsen loves to debate philosophy, and he's lonely. So Humphrey Van Weyden will provide entertainment for him, and he also hopes to make a man out of Humphrey Van Weyden. This is going to be a long journey of many months and challenges. First off, you have a lot of men on a schooner, tight quarters. It's going to lead to some rough fights, but they all pull together in order to fight against the enemy, which might be a storm of high winds and high waves. They may also pick up a few small boats and keep those people for the crew. And one of these boats happens to have Maud Brewster on board, who is a well-known literary critic. Well, this is wonderful because she can really add to the debates that Wolf Larsen and Humphrey Van Weyden have. But you have a lot of men on one boat and one woman. It leads to some competition and feelings of romance. This is a story filled with adventure, escape, being marooned on an island, survival skills, and some death. I also want to mention the title, The Sea Wolf. I had read A Call of the Wild and White Fang by Jack London, and those are stories about wolf clans. You have a wolf leader and you have younger wolves, and sometimes they will try to overpower the wolf leader. And I thought, wow, this is a great analogy that he used for the sea wolf, because Captain Wolf Larsen is the leader, and there were a few sailors who wanted to commit mutiny and overpower Captain Wolf Larsen. However, when I looked up sea wolf, it also means beast of the sea, wolf fish, seal lion, and pirate. And all of those have a part to play in the book. Jack London is a realistic fiction writer, and he uses a lot of great description and vocabulary. He only lived to be about 40 years old. However, he had many different experiences traveling all over the world, and he had various jobs, one of them being on a schooner, so he became quite familiar with sailing terminology. I really enjoy sea adventures, and I loved The Sea Wolf by Jack London. I hope you get to read it. Thanks for watching. Keep reading, and have a great week. Click on the playlist to listen to me read The Sea Wolf.